choosing an appropriate topic. Now, understand, sometimes your teachers and professors will not let you choose a topic, or rather, they're going to give you lots of limits on things. So you can't just come into some class and decide, well, I'm going to write about this. No, like topics have to be approved, and they have to be school appropriate, and all kinds of things like that. All right, so please just avoid these things, okay? Don't try to overwhelm your audience, like saying, hey, if I got a 5-minute window to give my speech, I'm going to go for 20 minutes. Don't do that. No one's going to be interested. And even from your perspective, trying to write on a topic that's too big for the time period, you're going to cure insomnia. Don't put your audience to sleep trying to make yourself look cool. There's always a group of students, particularly in a speech class, that's trying to make a certain population, their friends, laugh. So they will come up with a ridiculous topic, or they'll have a semi-serious topic, but then their evidence is just ridiculous. And ultimately, if the point of these classes is to get the highest amount of points possible, you are, just destroying your opportunities for growth. Don't do that. Everything should be toward the purpose of getting better. And of course, trying to find a topic the audience will like. Don't pander to them. Respect them. Respect their knowledge. Always try to show them something that, maybe they didn't consider, or that, maybe they didn't know about a given topic. Some little niche. Search for the niche, and you're going to have much better topics. So how do you find a good topic? Well, start with something that you know about or you want to learn about. Okay, your hobbies, your interests are a great place to start. Something you care about. If you don't care about a topic, it's going to show in your performance. It's going to show in your product. As much as you possibly can, you got to buy into a topic. Something which is appropriate for the setting, and I'll get into detail in a slide or two over that. And a topic which has not been overdone or cliche. You got to be bringing something new to the table. All right, don't just assume that you can get away with the same old speeches that you did years ago. All right, always bring something new. You want to try to grow. So here we are, techniques for choosing something, topic. Personal inventory. What do you already know, like and dislike? Make a list of it, and don't be afraid of well, that topic is going to be embarrassing. Trust me, it really won't. And even if you think it is, there might be like a tangent from that topic that you can get into. In class I use the example that my kids, as little kids, were into Thomas and trains and so on and so forth. And here in this town, there's a very old train line that goes through, and it's not so much that I was into the trains and stuff. It's more like I became more interested in history, and when it kind of rekindled, I guess, that original love of trains that I also had as a little kid, and combined with the modern interest of being interested about history, I could give a great speech on that. Obviously, create a word web, because maybe there might be some ideas that you haven't thought about that might come out if you just kind of put things down on paper. Then you got to ask yourself, is this a gimmick topic? In all honesty, am I doing anything? Did I choose this topic for any reason other than getting the highest possible score? Has the audience already heard this topic before? Give them something new. If it's not something you care about, your passion or lack thereof will show up. And last but not least, probably one of the most important things, are you able to find information on the topic? If you are not, please stop. Do not try to ride this topic under the waves, all right? There's no point in being a martyr. You've got to earn the skills to become a better communicator. And if you're having problems with a topic about finding information, go to your professor or teacher right away and let them know the problem. And they'll probably tell you, as I have done many times for my students, they will tell you to abandon the topic and find something else, all right? Don't think that you have to do everything. Now, finally, effective listening and effective reading will help you become a better speaker and writer, okay? So I always recommend, in terms of speeches, someone like Ronald Reagan. I mean, he gives just unbelievable speeches. There's a few comedians too. They're also excellent. But you have to understand, it's like, that comes after years and years of practice. And when it comes to the writers, I mean, I'm going to go with the early 20th century writers of Hemingway, Steinbeck. I'll even go throw in Langston Hughes because I mean clarity and vivid imagery. They just do such a wonderful job. So as a good effective listener, don't jump to conclusions. I mean, just think how many fights you've had in your life because you started talking before the other person finished. Focusing on the how and not the what. So, if there's a speaker in your class and they're having a hard time speaking, they're stuttering, they're stammering, they're touching their hair, they're grabbing onto the podium with all their might, and you're saying, well, look at this is the worst speech ever. Well, don't disregard the information, okay? Anxiety on speeches and even essays is a real thing. So it's something that we all need to fight through. And responding to the speaker before they had finished, I guess that's also kind of jumping to conclusions. And really find the best speakers and writers that you can model so that your papers will eventually start to look like theirs.